Morning guys, happy Monday to you. Today we are going to do the revolution of the smokestack in Inventor. If you're using Inventor, this is the video for you. If you're using Fusion or Onshape, please switch over to the correct video. So what we're going to do, you can see this is a half section view, because it is not sliced all the way through the item. It's only sliced halfway through. But you can see from the angled lines, those are the section. That's the sectioned view from the cutaway. What you see here in the angled lines is what we are going to draw. We're going to draw that and then spin that around the axis. Okay? Now you'll notice that we have a diameter of 0.50, a diameter of 0.125, diameter 0.875, diameter 0.375. Since we're revolving this, all of those dimensions are going to be in half. Okay? So I'm going to do this along here the same way I did the train, and you guys can follow me. You can see I'm already in Inventor. I'm going to close out my home window, and I'm going to go to File, create a new standard IPT. As soon as it opens up, standard IPT. So while this is opening up, I'm going to start by drawing this bottom line across here. And since it's got a diameter of 0.5, I'm going to be coming across 0.25, up 0.25. And I'm going to draw an angled line up to here, and then I'm going to dimension it 1.5 inches from the base. And since if I follow this all the way around to here, this line that would be this edge, it tells me that this has a diameter of 0.125. So I'm going to dimension it from here back to the center line to be half of 0.125. Now I just need to figure out what's going on with Autodesk here. Okay. Okay, so I have my part open. Let me drag this over here so I could maximize it into my window. Okay, and I'm going to start with a new 2D sketch, and I'm going to put it on the XY plane, or the front view. Since I'm doing a revolution, I want to give myself a line, an axis to spin this around. So I'm going to start by creating that. And I'm going to put this right on the center vertical line, like this. I'm going to click Escape. And I'm going to create this new line from the center out 0.25. Okay, and then I'm going to come up, straight up, 0.25. And I'm just going to draw this on an angle. Alright, now I'm going to hit Escape to get out of this. I'm going to move this down a little bit so I can work a little better. Now, it says that the tip of this line is 1.5 from the baseline. So I'm going to enter that in. I'm going to click on the front here to get it all into space. Now I need the dimension from the end of this line to the center line. I need this dimension to be 1.25 divided by 2. And I've got to go backwards here. And before I do that, you saw it wanted to move my center line out. So I'm going to come up here to constrain, and there's a picture of a lock. It says to fix it. What that means is it locks it in place so it can't move. So I'm going to click on that lock, and I'm going to come back down here and click on that line. Now when I do this, and I go to edit that dimension there, it should keep that in place. 1.25 divided by 2. Like that. Let me zoom out a little bit. All right. Let's look at our dimension drawing. Okay, so we are right here. We came across the base, came up 0.25, we came up here. Now I need to make this line. Well, it says that the top of this line is 1.75 from the base. And then if I follow around to here, it says that that's an angle of 15 degrees. It doesn't tell us what the diameter is on that outside, so I can't set it that way. So it's got to be a 15-degree line. In order to do that, I'm going to start my line up, and I'm just going to come up here, draw a line on an angle, hit escape, click on another line, come back to the same starting point, and go vertical. I'm just going to go up here a little ways. All I need is a tag to put a dimension on. So it says it's got to be 1.75 tall and then an angle of 15 degrees. So I'm going to dimension to the top, back down to the baseline, set that to be 1.75. And then I'm going to dimension from this vertical line over to my line and pull it up here. And as you can see, it's a curved line. And it says 36, mine says 36.87, but when I click on that, you'll notice at the end of that it says DEG for degrees. I need that to be 15. That sets that to be a 15-degree line. I'm going to hit escape on my keyboard to get out of the dimension mode. Now I'm going to click on that vertical line. I'm going to hit delete. I don't lose my dimension when I do that. I'm just deleting the line. It stays in that position. So what I need to do now is come back up to the tool ribbon and click on the line tool. Back over here to the end of my line, and we'll get back to work on my profile. I'm going to start by just drawing a short horizontal line. Now when we look at this, it tells us that this line comes around here to this circle. This circle comes up this leader, and it says that it's a hole. It is 0.875 inches diameter and 0.375 deep. So we're going to set the end of this to the center line to be 0.875 divided by 2, because we need half of that, and then a line to come down 0.375. So, oops, I don't want a line, I want the dimension. So I'm dimensioning from the end of the line, making sure I click on the end of the line, not the line itself, over to the center line. And I set that dimension to be 0.875 divided by 2. 0.438. Then I come back to this line, the line tool, click on the end of that line and come straight down. And I can type in 0.375. Okay. Now I'm going to just come across here horizontal and make another line. Click Escape. Let's take a look at what that dimension should be. Now, if we follow this line across, this leader says that this has a diameter of 0.375. So we would dimension this. Where did my software go? That's not what I want. We would dimension this from the end of the line. Be careful not to click on the line, but just the end of the line to this center line to be, pulling it up here out of my way, 0.375 divided by 2. Okay. Now, here's where the measuring gets funny, and I hate that they did this, but it allows me to talk about this word. This hole here, they don't say how deep this hole is. They just draw this line down, and there's no dimension given, but there is a mark here, so it is inferred that this is a geometric constraint that lines up with the end of this. And to do that, I'm going to go ahead and grab a line tool, click on the line, come back over here to the end and click Start. And then I'm going to drag this down, straight down, until it lines up with the end of this line. And it creates a geometric constraint. And then I'm going to come straight across to this center line. And although it looks like I have a completed profile, I'm still going to click on the end of that line, bring it back down to where I started. Now when I click Sketch, finish the sketch, I'm going to come over here to Revolve. And when I hover over top of this, it grays out, so I do have a complete profile. I have to click Axis, and then click that vertical line that we created. When I click OK, I can see that what I have is my completed smokestack. So what I need you guys to do is, when you get finish this, click Control-Alt-Print Screen on your keyboard and paste it into a Google Doc, name it Smokestack, and share it with me. Or take a picture of it with your camera and then insert the picture into a Google Doc, name it Smokestack, and share it with me. And if that doesn't work, take pictures of it and send it to me in an email, okay? We'll get it one way or another. That's it for today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Make sure if you've got any problems, you contact me. Thanks.